How do you do breakfast? Come on, let's get started.
Todo queda sabroso.
Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back. I'm Chef Patrick, and today we're going to be doing our first installment of our new series called Pan. What exactly is pan? Pan is Spanish for bread. And Latinos, we love our bread. And in this series, we're going to be showing you some Latin style breads that you're going to want to make. Starting with today's recipe, Colombian Pandebono. So let me show you how to make the dough. We're first starting out with tapioca flour or yuca flour. It is made from the yuca plant and it is used widely in Latin countries and in the Caribbean. We're also going to be adding some maseca, corn flour. Then probably the most important ingredients, we're going to be using queso fresco as well as feta cheese. Now, if we had a Colombian style cheese, that's all we would have to use, but it's very hard to get. So we use a combination of queso fresco and feta. And then we're going to add 1 egg, some baking powder, some milk, just in case it's a little bit too dry, the milk will bring it together, and some salt. Now with the salt, I do recommend that you taste the queso fresco and the feta. If it has enough saltiness, that you don't have to add salt. But if it's lacking in that area, then definitely put about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of salt for this recipe. This is going to be a recipe that will serve about 8 to 10 pan de bono, but you can definitely double the recipe if you want. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to preheat my oven to 400 degrees. So let's get that started now. Okay, while that's preheating, we'll be making our dough in a food processor. This is going to be so simple, so easy, that you're probably going to want to make it every single day. So all I'm going to do is start adding my ingredients, except the milk, to my food processor. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to add is the tapioca starch or the yuca flour. This is 3/4 cup. Again, I'm only making about 8 to 10 pan de bonos. If you want to double, triple the recipe, you can go ahead and do that. Then I'm adding a 1/4 cup masarena or the maseca corn flour. This is the same corn flour that you would use to make arepas. Then we're going to add a teaspoon of baking powder. Now I tasted the cheeses and they're not as salty as I want it, so I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of salt. And I'm just going to give those dry ingredients a quick stir. Okay, just like that. Ooh, smoky. Then I'm going to add about a cup of the queso fresco, 8 ounces, a half a cup of the feta cheese, add 1 egg, and I'm going to add the egg through the feeding tube as the machine is running. Okay, so I'm going to pulse this a little bit first, just to combine those ingredients. Then I'm going to add the egg. And that's pretty much the consistency you want. Now we'll just roll into bowls. Okay, here I have my Pandebono dough, which is all ready to go. I'm just going to divide this up into equal pieces, maybe in thirds this way, and then in thirds this way. Give us 9 pieces. I think that's about right. A couple ways you can do this. You can take your dough, kind of roll it in your hand until it becomes a ball. Just put it on your countertop or your work surface and kind of cupping your hand, roll that dough around so that you get a very even dough, okay? And I'm going to take a sheet tray and I'm just going to brush a little bit of oil on there, any neutral oil, just to ensure that it won't stick. Then I'm going to place the ball right there on top. There's another way you can shape these, and that's rolling the dough out almost into like a tube. Be very careful because it's very fragile, just like that, okay? And basically you're going to kind of create like a horseshoe or just so that it comes together like that. That's also another shape you can do. Okay, now we're going to bake this for about 15 to 20 minutes until it's nice and light golden brown. So while our pandebono are baking in the oven, we're going to make some coffee, and we're using the original pour over. This is what they call a chorreador. We got this from our friends Johnny and Vanessa Rodriguez, who brought it from Costa Rica. This was invented about 200 years ago, and it makes the best pot of coffee. Let me show you. So today I'm using a brand that has been winning me over, Cafe La Llave. It is a dark espresso, but it's super smooth, not bitter, and I absolutely love it. So always pour your coffee into an airtight container. And because I have 6 cups of water, I'm going to add a tablespoon for each cup, totaling 6 tablespoons of the Cafe La Llave. Now I'm just going to place my coffee pot right underneath. Then I'm going to take my hot water and I'm simply going to pour it over the hot grounds. Make sure you pour it in the middle and not necessarily in the sides. When I was younger, I would crave for this type of coffee so much, but we didn't have the coffee sock. And so I got a brand new pair of tube socks and I used that. I'm not joking. This is real talk. You could smell. Oh my goodness. Now let's get ready to enjoy. Okay, our pandebono is out of the oven. Check them out. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, let's give these a taste. Oh, that's good. These pandebono is delicious all by itself, but here's another way of eating it. Grab yourself some guava preserves. Give me a second. Take that pandebono. Then take some of that guava preserve and just lay, oh my goodness. Layer it like that. Come on, come on, come on. Yo. Ooh. Sometimes I just feel it. That pandebono is delicious all by itself. Putting that guava preserve kicked it up 2 notches. You gotta try this at home.
Thanks for watching. If you really like this video, don't forget to like and share, and click that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all new content. And remember, food can look good, but if it doesn't taste good, then your cooking is in vain. So make it sabroso.
Cheers.